Hey everybody, how's it going today? Robin here from AriesFireTarot. I'm just getting ready to do a daily mini reading for you guys. Just shuffling the Gilded Tarot deck for you. I did a pre-shuffle before pressing record. I'm just going to do the deck cut. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, welcome to the channel. I'm just trying to help people through whatever situations with some guided messages that I receive from my spirit guides and the universe from the cards I lay down. So I do hope it's helping some people with situations, and if the situations don't necessarily apply to you, I hope you at least find them entertaining. Okay, I'm gonna start laying out some cards. So the first card is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups is about building a strong relationship and actually taking a relationship to the next level. Usually relates to a romantic relationship, but I've seen in readings where it depends on what other cards come out, and then the meaning of the card can change a little bit. I've got the Justice card again. I pulled this yesterday, which is really strange. Yesterday was the first time I've ever pulled the Justice card in a reading, and now it's out again, which is pretty weird. But anyway, the Justice card is about making a balanced decision using your brain. So we have a card, Two of Cups, which relates more to the emotional aspect of your life and being connected to somebody. And then right beside it, the Justice card, which is like leaves your head out of it, leaves your heart out of it, and uses your head. So that's interesting. The next card that we have is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles could represent a person or an event. The person is come on. The Knight of Pentacles would represent somebody that is like a pretty solid person, really dependable. They are a good friend. They would be just a good solid person to have in your life. You'd be lucky to have this person in your life, actually, in any way, because they're such a nice person and they're dependable. You know, in a world where not a lot of people are reliable. Oh, bark break. Okay, so when I say bark break, I'm referring to my dog, not me. I'm not gonna like put the camera on pause and start barking. Anyway, Knight of Pentacles, good guy, solid, dependable. Knight of Pentacles could be bringing in good news related to finances. And the Ten of Pentacles is here right after that. So, and the Ten of Pentacles is like basically a treasure chest, overflowing with wealth and abundance. Like, pretty exciting card. And I see that the Ten of Pentacles has the sun symbol in it twice, here and here, which relates to strength. And then the Justice card has the sun in it as well. So like when I'm looking at the cards, you have to look for the signs in the cards that are related to the messages that the spirit guides are trying to get through. So, and then the Strength card comes out. Like I'm just talking about strength in the cards, and then the actual Strength card comes out, which is like spooky. Anyone? Definitely not a coincidence. Like the cards that come out for each reading are the cards that the universe is giving me to do these readings for you guys. Okay. I have to shuffle really well here. just have an urge to do that. So bear with me, please. Strength card. Strength in the cards. Losing the cards. Okay, hold on. We have the Page of Swords as the next card. Good grief. So the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords could be related to like delayed news or sort of not the greatest news about your children. And when I say that, it means that they're like misbehaving or getting into trouble, which is probably the same thing. If it's a person, then the Page of Swords is somebody that is, they're usually a pretty nice person, but they're reserved and they keep to themselves until they know people a little bit better. They like to basically analyze who you are before they'll open up to you. So the next card I have for you is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is somebody that, this energy is like somebody has probably pushed a lot of people around to get their own way. Really not caring about the wreckage that they're leaving behind them. Like you can see in this card, there's sort of a battlefield behind him, and there's people obviously in a really bad way too, like on the brink of death. And this guy's like, woohoo, I'm the man. So probably not cool. Okay. And the last card I have here for you is the Moon. So the Moon, this card, I'm just getting the feeling from it that something is happening not in the light of day. Something is sneaky. I'm getting this. Things are happening that are sneaky. Getting a wicked glare. Hold on, I'm going to move this over a little bit. Yeah. Boy, I'm just getting the impression, I'm just getting the feeling from this card. Something sneaky, weird, very strange. What I'm going to do for you guys is put you on a brief pause of the video, and I'm going to let the cards talk to me, and then I'll come back and flip the camera angle so you guys can see the reading, and I have to talk faster because I need to sneeze, and then I'll talk about the reading, the message. Hold on. Okay, bye. Okay, I'm going to try and get this reading done for you guys. I had a little moment to connect with the cards here, so I'm going to turn this camera down at the cards, and I'm going to give you the impression that I'm getting from these cards right now. So okay, so this card is telling me, like the Moon here, this card means that, you know, things are happening a little bit in shadow and everything is not exactly what it might seem to be from the book. But the impression that I'm getting is that there's something sneaky happening here. You know, not everybody has good intentions, right? So I'm getting just the overall impression that there is a divorce hearing going on for people. There is a divorce hearing, and it's actually in the courts right now. And I think the decision is coming in pretty soon-ish. I actually am getting the feeling that this Knight of Pentacles is representing your lawyer, who seems to be a pretty nice person. And I'm getting the sense that this is your ex, who is, you know, you're divorcing them for a reason. You know, it has not been a picnic for you. I get the sense that they are unscathed. I get the sense that this is your ex in the foreground here, like the champion, and I get the feeling that this is you back here that is battle scarred and exhausted. I get the feeling that the Page of Swords represents who you are right now. You're quiet. You're analyzing the situation. You're being careful with what you say. I think that you have been advised by your lawyer to sort of keep your thoughts to yourself, because there's quite a bit at stake in this divorce proceeding. There's quite a bit of material wealth to be divided up. And so you don't want to do anything to sort of skew the results of that. And your lawyer, I think your lawyer is telling you that your ex is trying to sort of besmirch your character so that they can keep all the money. But I think that you're a really like strong and silent person generally overall, but it is taking all of your strength. You're drawing on every last reserve you have to get through this. It looks to me that at one time you and your spouse were a pretty close couple. Everything was flowing quite nicely. But this behavior started to appear pretty soon, pretty shortly after that you moved in or got married, whatever is happening. But to me, I do believe that there is a legal and binding like marriage or partnership agreement with regards to your relationship. So, and I see this person is quite financially well off, and in my opinion, and I think also in the judge's opinion, you deserve your fair share, your cut of whatever is here. And I'm getting the feeling that your ex or soon to be ex is hiding assets, as well as conducting a smear campaign against you to make you look bad in the eyes of the court. So what you're doing is you're keeping to yourself, you're keeping quiet, you're analyzing everything. You do appear outwardly calm, but I think it's sucking the life out of you. I think that you are pretty well drained here. But what I'm seeing in the cards here is that the decision will be made for the person in the right. And what I'm getting from this card that represents to me your soon-to-be ex-partner, I believe that you are in the right. I believe that you have been subjected to a significant amount of emotional abuse. And this person has gaslighted you and said to your friends and family, just, you know, threw it all back on you. You've been manipulated to a certain degree. You felt like it was your fault for a long time. I feel like this is a relatively long-lasting relationship. I'm seeing 10, 20 years here. And you were at the point where you almost wanted to snap, but you didn't. You held it together. And I do get the sense that this reading is for a female or somebody that identifies as female. And I am getting a message that I need to pull a Divine Feminine card for you, because the Divine Feminine in you needs a little bit of strength from the universe to help get you through this. So I'm just getting this really strong channeled message that you are strong. You can stay strong. Be strong. Don't let this person be the cause of your emotional downfall. I really think that you have been put through enough. And it's almost, I think by the end of the year, everything will be wrapped up and I need to cut this deck. I was going to take the top card, but I'll cut it. Okay, hold on. So this card to me, the Justice card, it's representing your divorce settlement, your divorce decree. I see it happening by the end of 2019, and you will be left, you know, with enough abundance that you can take care of yourself. If you have children, you'll be able to look after your family. I'm seeing that you won't have to scramble. Like, you'll be able to take your time getting relocated or readjusted, moving, whatever you need to do. I see that everything is going to be okay. It might take, I do see it lasting a little more, like a few more months. So that is why the universe is giving you this strength card here and showing strength in the Justice card to remind you that you are strength. And let me just look up the guidance for this Divine Feminine card that I pulled for you. Let me find it. Okay, so the card I pulled here, and I'll bring you back to me, is Marguerite Porret, who is the mystic of divine love. And let me just show you the card. I'm so clumsy sometimes. I can't even. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. Oh boy. Wow. One too many coffees today. So here's Marguerite Porret. So she is the essence of divine love and the truth that all we are is love. Marguerite was a French, it says Beguine, I have no idea what that means, I'm sorry, born in the mid-13th century. So here's Marguerite reaching out across hundreds of years to lend you her support. So, okay, the Beguine movement was a spiritual revival among women in the late Middle Ages that emphasized an imitation of Christ's life. These Beguine, or holy women, lived together in a semi-monastic community. Oh, good God. the guidance just goes on for pages. So I'm just going to skip right to when your soul selects her card. There's nothing more powerful than remembering that we are love. Okay, you know what? I'm really glad that I pulled this card because I'm running out of room on my table here. This card is about love. There's nothing and no one outside of us that is needed in order to realize this. So here's Marguerite for you again. I'm just getting a really deeper meaning to this reading. So this person here, still your spouse, still your partner. I believe this person was really using like mind manipulation tactics on you and telling you that you are not worthy of love, and that kept you in a certain place, that kept you reduced and subservient to this person. And you finally realized your own worth. You got to that point where you were like, you know what? I'm done with this. You found your strength. Hang on to it. Like you're almost there. And the legal system sees it. I think that part of the settlement that you're going to receive is actually for the anguish that you've endured. Marguerite is a courageous truth teller, and the truth of her experience is that love alone can set us free. Not the love another might give us, not the love of family or friends. All of this is powerful and significant, but the true source of love for us is in the fact that we are a soul, and the soul is in union with the divine. She reminds us that we've forgotten that love is the essence of who you are, and the true love is found within. Marguerite says love has no beginning, no end, and no limit, and I am nothing except love. This is a time to own and to know the truth more fully. It is the most profound and radical act we can ever take, knowing the love we already are. So I know I'm speaking to somebody out there, and it could be multiple somebodies. People go through shit marriages all the time. People stay in shit marriages all the time because they're mentally abused. You know, they're put down, they're insulted, just manipulated. And I see this here in these cards. I see this shady person walked all over you and made you feel pretty awful. But then all of a sudden, you were lifted up by the divine love of yourself. And you decided to put yourself first. And you took this ultimate step of loving yourself enough to move out of this situation. And you know what? I'm really proud of you. And you should be too. Because you are strength. And the courage it took for you to do this, to take these steps, to get out of this situation, especially if you have children. You know what? If I was in the same room with you, I would want to give you a hug, because I just see so much strength and courage and love for yourself, and you deserve that. Like, you deserve to love yourself. Nobody has the right to make you feel anything less than cherished. And honestly, if you're with somebody that is not doing that for you, next, get out of it. So anyway, long story short, you are walking in your own power right now. You have found the divine love for yourself. You have moved your worship, this gift of love, from this person that didn't deserve it. You've moved it to yourself. This could be your mirror image right now. I do see that your situation is in front of the courts right now. And I do see that it is going to end in an abundance of freedom, of, I see you almost being gifted with a property, and the resources to support it until you can get yourself gathered. So, if this is you out there, or multiple yous, or somebody that is like contemplating doing this, just know that the universe is supporting you through this, and just believe in yourself. Stay focused on why you're doing this. It's not easy, so stay strong, stay blessed. Thank you everybody for listening. I really appreciate it. So I'm going to leave it there for now, and we will talk to you really soon. Peace.